Good morning, everyone. My name is Keith Lambert with the Lansing Economic Area Partnership. I'm our Vice President of Business Attraction. And these are the best kind of days that we all live for, being able to interact with some of the businesses that we're working with and really just provide some cool news as to what they're doing in the marketplace and how they're growing. And we love to see companies grow here in the Lansing market. We are broadcasting on Facebook Live, so to anyone watching from around the world, this is for all of you as well. But we have a phenomenal AgTech company with us today that is based in France. We've been working with them for a number of years, and I don't want to steal any of Benoit's thunder, but I will tell a little story about our initial engagement of them because it was one of my most fond memories as an economic developer. So early in 2015, it was a snowstorm type day across the Midwest, and Vincent Nicoletis of Janny MT was traveling here. He had a meeting 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He was traveling from Guelph, Ontario, which is generally in good weather conditions about a 4-hour drive. Well, he was caught in a snowstorm, caught in a blizzard, and he came across the border. He was, just making the road. He was more than halfway here into Detroit. He gives us a call around 3 o'clock and just says, I'm not going to make our 4 o'clock meeting. I'm going to be late. And Steve Willoughby, our former COO, and I were in the office, and we're like, we hadn't engaged with this company at all. It's a French company that produces some AgTech equipment that you see right here before, which I'll let Benoit detail. But we didn't know anything about them. Let's just stick it out. We'll be here. So he rolls in around 6:15 p.m. that day, and we end up spending about an hour and a half with Vincent, and just talking all about their company and their growth across continental Europe and what they're trying to do. They already had a presence in Canada, and they wanted to grow into the United States. And they create these phenomenal controlled atmosphere containers, which do something really cool for the local food scene. They allow growers of fresh produce, fruits and veggies, nuts, everything you can imagine that is grown. They extend the shelf life dramatically. And again, I won't get into the technicals because I'm not the expert here, but it's a really interesting company to work with because when they come into your market, they can empower your local farmers to have better margins because they have 2 or 3 times the amount of time to sell their product. So we found it to be really compelling, and we wanted them to grow right here in Lansing. We knew they were going on to Grand Rapids after us, so we felt like we had to make a little pitch and really sell Lansing in the community. And with Michigan State University, which started as an agricultural college and then has grown into this, global research, just phenomenal institution, it was pretty easy. And they were also in the process of launching their Food Processing Innovation Center, which is kind of a real-time accelerator where companies can launch a new food product and have all the expertise of MSU being leveraged at the same time. And also around the same time, Forsberg, the TA Forsberg Development, they have a lot of land right around where MSU built that facility, and they were talking about this, this food innovation district, and how can we create this cluster of companies that are in this AgTech and food innovation world and really make something compelling for businesses to interact and just experience all that the Lansing region has to offer. So we worked through the site selection process for them, found them a little office in East Lansing. They then gravitated into an office that Forsberg owns in Meridian Township, and they've kept kind of cultivating and incubating that relationship just to make sure they could be successful. We helped connect them to web development folks and accounting folks and lawyers and financiers just to make sure that they had all the service providers there to really provide that full suite of everything they could need to be successful here in the United States. So that's really what LEAP brings to the table. It's that partnership of all sorts of different entities from the Michigan States of the world to a bank like PNC. Everyone has a role to play when a company's coming into town to make them feel at home and also provide them the things they need to make their business successful. So without further ado, I want to introduce Benoit Janny, who is the general manager of both Janny MT, the mother company in France, and then also JMT US, which is their United States-based affiliate or subsidiary, which is located right here in Lansing. So Benoit, if you would have a few words for us, that'd be great.
Yeah, thank you everybody. And so I try to improve my English every day. I hope you will understand everything. So I would like to say thank you for LEAP because they helped us a lot last few years. At first, they helped us to establish our company here at Lansing. So we found nice warehousing services here at Lansing. Next, we found also an accounting business company. We also started a collaboration with Forsberg, where we are located our office. And then we are here in Michigan because it's a middle area of the US, and we can work with the east part of the US and the west part of the US. We are not far away from our Canadian market, so it's quite easy for us to distribute our product all over the US from Michigan. Also, Lansing area is very good for us to start a business because our customers are not far away from this place. You know, Michigan is the third state where you can produce a large quantity of fruits and fresh vegetables. So this is the reason why we want to stay here to grow for the next 14 years. So just in short, I can introduce our equipment. It's a high technology product to increase the shelf life for fresh fruits and vegetables. We've got an airtight equipment. So the new step of 2018 was to find a company who provide us the plastic bin. So the plastic is manufactured in California, and so we've got a good partnership with Microplastics. And this company helped us also a lot to go to another step of our business. It's a nestable and stackable bin, and we adapted a control atmosphere lid. So there is a membrane included inside this lid who can make the balance a good exchange for the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. So this equipment goes in a cooler on the farm, and so with the respiration rate of the fruits and with this selective membrane, we can obtain 3% oxygen and 3% CO2, which is very good to increase the shelf life for many types of fruits and vegetables. So as Keith said, we increase the margin on the farm by many possibilities. During the production peak, better to sell the product at low price. You can wait longer to get better price. You can also supply some Michigan fresh fruits and vegetables longer, better to import from other states. You can also keep the quality of your fruits, because when you keep them too long time in a cooler, the quality decreases a lot. So for all those reasons, we give more power to grower to sell in a better condition. I would like to thank all the members of LEAP who can also can be a very good support for our company, because when you start to another country, it's not your native country, it's very important for us to have a support, a local support. And every time we had a need, and someone can help us, and someone can hear us, and this is very important for such a small company like us. And for sure, we want to go big, because we don't want to go home. Okay, so I appreciate everybody here, and I hope that if someone wants more information, we'll be available to answer to your question.
So with that, a little short and sweet, but if there are any individual questions for anyone, Damien is also here. He is kind of the local representative for JMT US. Benoit has come in from France as their general manager, but either of them are available, I'm available, whatever we can help answer your questions, and we can go from there. But thank you so much, and welcome Janny MT and continued growth and everything here in Lansing. We want it all for you.